What's good, ETV Nation? Welcome back to another video. What you guys doing today, man? How y'all feeling? You know, some of me feel good already. Back on the cam, another video. Hot, another reaction. You know, say YouTube never really want me to drop the reaction, you see, but still at it, still at work, you see me? Yo, I screw, I really did screw up on YouTube and on IG. I'm see like Facebook. I mean, see that video and I say, yo, me think I just like the same typical, you know what I mean, the protesting, but I feel like it have one little twist to it, you see it. So me interested to check it out. No, you are gonna be interested to check it out. Do you see me? So today's video, you already see the title. Man walks 20 miles to work until one day cops follow and say why. But it never say working it like it say, oh, a man walks 20 miles a day, cop follows and sees why. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, check it out. Hope you guys have been doing amazing. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. If you haven't checked out my other video, nigga, I got like 50 other videos, man. What you doing? Get lit. If you're new to this channel, welcome to ETV Nation. See the little red button, boop, just click it and join the family. You see it, and let's get lit together, you see me? All of my new vlogs when I read, tell me say, on the entity. Nigga, I'm sorry, man, I'm not violent, I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry. I know I love you, I love you. Playing with you, nigga. With your ass, nigga. What? What you say? Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah, you're entertained? Yeah, you are. You know what I say, my friends? You see, but let's get it.
Forward, but the cop car continued to follow. He had to make it. 10 miles to go and he'd be safe. He looked at his watch and walked faster, his legs burning as he powered on. But there was no deterring this policeman. Walter Carr had moved to Homewood, Alabama with his mother after tragedy struck. They had hoped to rebuild their lives after their home was destroyed by the monster Hurricane Katrina and wanted a fresh start. Walter was a 20-year-old student, but he was determined to work to support his mother. Little did he know just how hard that would prove to be. Walter had heard that there was
like as much as young as you are, you know what I mean? Who can relate still? As young as you are and you don't want to get like the flashiest things, or you want to buy probably a car, or you want to do so much things for yourself, you want to go party, you want to enjoy yourself certain way, and then they made say, yo, after all of that, when you lay down in your bed, dog, you going to feel good in yourself. You see me? And that happened to me. You see, like, every time when I work and make money, like me, I say, my mother good, my family good, you know what I mean? Like, so Walter right now, I understand where Walter come from. You see, he want to elevate, and the reason why he want to elevate is even for help him man, but in an interim until the elevation reach it climax. You see me, like where you got it right now for mom. You see it. You have to meds it. You see it.
Bellhops, a moving company about 20 miles away from where he lived. It was far to travel, but he had his trusty old car, so he drove over and filled in the application and was lucky to get an interview right then and there. He shook the hiring manager's hand and agreed to start the very next day. If only it were so easy. Just a few feet away from his driveway, his old car spluttered to a halt. Walter's heart started to race as he opened the hood and peered
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Inside. Of all days, his car chose this one to finally give in and die. To his dismay, smoke poured from the engine and he knew that there would be no starting it again. Walter pulled out his phone to tell the manager of bellhops that he wouldn't be starting after all. Then, he changed his mind. Walter was young and fit, but still, 20 miles is an impossible distance. But Walter was determined.
My nigga.
Impossible, man. I mean, I walk far already, dog. You see, like, oh, I get my first job. I walk from trees, brother. I walk from trees and end up on New Kingston. You see me? But half a tree road. And then when I reach out to GIS, I never know what they did around this. I never know what they did around on the road. You see me? I walk around the brother. So I give you a resume. You see me? Because they have like, mostly like 60. You see me? 60 to 50 resume for me. You see me? I say, oh, I done them. You see? So I walk. They never have no cover letter. No. I just walk for give my resume. Them. You see me? Yeah, brother, I walk far in the hot sun, brother. To me, I walk back and forth and you can some people around them, I'm mad. You see, but I know a dog, I know him I feel, man, like, giving up is not an option. You see it, and if you can look upon somebody who want hire and tell him, so yeah, man, I'll start tomorrow, and then you say, oh, boom. I can't go make it, you see me? Them not really fathom the idea of why. Them I just see as like a failure, you know what I mean? So why you couldn't make it today, or you see me after you see me I say? So it's like, and then him probably I made say, oh Jano, but what may I do tomorrow? Mommy need this, I need this for school, right? Ooh, you see me? Him want to hear himself in a brother. You see me? And them motivation I tell him in the last video, so that for fine brother on our feet.
Maybe he could do it. He keyed in the address into Google Maps. Then he started to cry in defeat. It would take him 7 hours to get there on foot, and he had no money to get his car repaired. What could Walter do? He needed this job. His mother was unable to make house payments, and they could find themselves homeless again within a month. Walter simply couldn't let that happen. He had to try. So he set his alarm for 12 a.m. and tried to get a good night's sleep. When 12 a.m. rolled around, Walter awoke. He pulled on his most comfortable sneakers, threw on his jacket, and set off into the night. It would take 7 hours to get there, but he was determined to reach the bellhop's client on time. As if walking the back-breaking 20 miles wasn't enough, life decided to throw Walter another curveball. Walter had started his walk at a brisk pace, but by the time he reached the halfway mark, his legs were shaking. Sweat poured from his face and his feet burned. He had walked over 10 miles, and the exertion was taking its toll. The thought of losing his job on the first day kept him going, as he focused on moving one foot after the other, again and again. Then he saw the flash of blue. He had been too focused on keeping his legs moving to notice, but a car had been following him for at least the last 10 minutes. It was 4:20 a.m., and he still had miles and miles to go. Then the car flashed its light and blared its short warning siren, and he knew they were there for him. Walter turned his head to see the cop car rolling up beside him. "Where are you rushing off to, buddy?" the cop asked, pointedly. He had had a rough and late night on parole duty, and the last thing he wanted was more trouble. Walter, gasping for breath, tried to answer him without breaking his stride. He was all too aware that the clock was ticking. The cop had seen enough and ordered Walter into the car. He didn't care to find out what this young man was doing in the street at this late hour.
Huh?
As far as he was concerned, he was up to no good. But when Walter mustered enough breath to tell him the reason for his late-night walkabout, his eyes widened in disbelief. Officer Sean Gray had seen many things in his life, but this boy's determination astounded him beyond belief. They drove the next 6 miles in silence until Walter saw the house appear in the distance. Relief crashed over him like a wave. He had made it before time had run out. He thanked Officer Gray and shakily got out of the car. But there were still more surprises for Walter on that fateful day. The policeman escorted Walter to the door and told the homeowner, Jenny Hayden Lamely, how he had traveled 14 miles on foot to help her with her move. She was flabbergasted by his dedication. When the rest of the bellhop's crew arrived, Walter tirelessly got to work loading boxes onto the moving van. He was exhausted, but he kept going. Then, Jenny wrote the post on Facebook that exploded overnight. Jenny's Facebook post read, "Yesterday was a long day, but a good day. Chris and I woke up around 5:45 a.m. to get everything staged and ready for our movers. Around 6:30 a.m. the doorbell rang. It was a police officer. He proceeded to tell us that he had picked up this nice kid in Pelham early this morning. The nice kid, Walter, said he was supposed to help us with our move today. It was his first day with his moving company, Bellhops, and he was training today. The officer proceeded to tell us that the previous evening, Walter's car broke down and he didn't know how he was..."
I have Jenny famous or what? I go viral overnight. Hey! Why am I tweet them or post them go viral overnight? What else stupid? But yeah man, like I just, before the video even reach that, like, I just know say yo, that youth deserve so much as man, and that's why I'm serious. When you find the hope, brother, find the hope, find the little light there at the end of the tunnel. When I reach the end of the tunnel there, beyond things are there, like beyond the wildest dreams, brother. Like you can't reach so far in life, brother, and just give up your seed. Like foot, brother. Try to walk 10 miles at pace. Like brother. And not normal for that. And then when the man reach work, I box him and go lift up. Heavy pay down them thing there, brother. Like bro. More of him get richer off of this dog, like more of him become so famous, like I'm top chatting.
So he left Homewood at midnight and started walking to Pelham on 280. He walked all night to get from Homewood to Pelham because he needed to get to work. Jenny was so awed by Walter's determination to get to his job that she started a GoFundMe account to raise the money he needed to repair his car. The target was set at $2,000, but when the Nietsons read Jenny's heartfelt post, the original amount was exceeded by a whopping $32,000.
Damn.
But soon after, Walter's actions got the attention of Bellhop's CEO, Luke Marklin. Marklin immediately got into his Ford Escape and drove it from Tennessee to Homewood. On his arrival, he presented a gobsmacked Walter with the keys. Walter couldn't believe his eyes. The CEO of Bellhops had just given him his own family car. It was all too overwhelming, and Walter started to cry. He had never experienced such kindness before, as the whole community rallied behind him and cheered him on. Walter's exemplary behavior has inspired thousands of people, and Jenny's original Facebook post has since garnered an astounding 2,000 shares and comments. One commenter wrote, "I'm definitely really touched by his journey as well. It's impressive how we can give excuses to not do something, but then there are people like Walter who don't like excuses and just do it." And another, "Life has made challenges. Walter passed the test. Gracious and humble man." I can't imagine how many times on that lonely walk down 280 in the middle of the night did he want to turn back. How many times did he wonder if this was the best idea? How many times did he want to find a place to sit or lie down and wait till morning when he could maybe get someone to come pick him up and bring him back home? But he walked until he got here, Jenny wrote in awe. Walter's dedication to his job has become a symbol of the hard-working American, and his determination has even inspired a hashtag movement titled "Be Like..."
Well, yeah guys, pretty much there in that video still as see, but man get him on a character that like the CEO know you. First day, your first job. You see, but yeah man, it enough time I work and travel my and I go from job to job, brother, and I endure some things, dog, and I'm dead, dog, and then I have to ride go home after late. Worse, like for my first year, I have to ride go home like all after 2, after 3, and then I have to work 7 o'clock. You see me? Oh, I just made some music, dog, and I see you. It's crazy. All the time I get liquor off on bicycle, and I have to get up, dog, and I have to hold the pain, brother. the scrape up, the chip up, and me go dig out, knee rub off. I mean, I feel just hold it, dog, and I say, yo, this worth it, dog. Like, you know, when me have to hold this worth it, brother. Like, I'm supposed to do this in my life, you get me what I'm saying? But yeah, man, yeah, dog, you hurt it, man. You hurt it. Me just get up, just know, say, yo, just go work, brother. You see me, just give yourself a chance. But then, I'm gonna fly through the day like nothing ever happened to me last night, you see, but and everybody I see you and everybody's so tough. Stop telling yourself that, you see me. Stop telling yourself that. But big up Walter still, big up Jenny, big up the whole of Bellaps. It's a good story, you see me. As I say, that story time they do. Everybody have a story, you see. Everybody have a story, you see me. I really want to create a platform where, but like, I have this idea, brother. I have this idea for this TV show, dog. Like, you know that, like, I want to get a platform. We can just do so many great things, you see. But we at work. And the sister we at work, you see it? And the chicken we at work. I know somebody that say that. Alright? Sorry. I just have to say it. I know it's corny. But anyways, guys, that was another banger video. Feel me? So from NMR to the ETV Nation, you know, I love y'all. If you're new to this channel, man, welcome, man. Hope you click the red button, subscribe it. You see me? And if you subscribe, welcome to the ETV Nation. See me, I say? Yeah, so stay safe during this pandemic, guys. Like up the video, share up the video, comment on the video, no man, make other people can see the video them lit. You see what I say? Motivational video good for watch this. See it, you know, get most of them there in Jamaica. Be drama, war and them things there, see, but see YouTube, no YouTube boy, I'm gonna be a motivational person, you see, because I upload them things there, they go take it down, nigga. You see it? So yeah, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Go and make the money. See you. Be happy. Love y'all. Peace.